400,000 species of life in this material world. And we get a particular type of body from that 8,004,000 based on our desires and inclinations. It's a rare gift to actually achieve the human body. In the Bhagavad Gita and the Vedas, it says that the goal of life is to realize your eternal nature and realize your eternal friendship with the Supreme Person, Krishna. In the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15, text 7, it says, "The living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. But due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which include the mind." We had a friendship with Krishna, but we forgot that friendship, and now we're in trouble for our past decisions. This material world is a constant source of anxiety. We want to be independent from the Supreme Lord, and because of that decision, we are receiving good and bad reactions to that choice. Other life forms only do four things guided by instinct, which is eating, sleeping, procreating, and defending. With this human form, we can work towards the goal of life, and we can take advantage to rid the world of the four miseries, which are birth, old age, disease, and finally death. And in between all these, we're always in anxiety for what's going to happen next. A wise person would take this opportunity to rid the world of all these four miseries. In the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5, it says, "An intelligent person does not take part in the sources of misery due to material senses. O son of Kunti, such pleasures have a beginning and the end, and the wise do not delight in them." Why? Because we don't want it to end. Every good situation has a beginning and an end. It's either already ended or it's going to end. We don't want it to end, and we don't want our living to end either. That's due to our eternal nature. Our eternal nature is that we were always spiritual living entities, but now we're in this material world and we have to deal with death and disease. So, like when we die, we go through different bodies, and it's no different from changing old clothes to new clothes, because we're not these bodies. So please take this opportunity in this human form to have self-realization and God realization, and the easiest method for this is by chanting the Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you.
Great job for Govinda. You did a fantastic job. How about one more time? Yeah, how about So Govinda, you were talking about the goal of life, which I'm sure maybe millions and billions of people have asked this question ever since the very beginning of time. I think we have some noise in the back. So Govinda, based on this idea of using the goal of life and surrendering to Krishna through this practice of Bhakti Yoga, what if I came up to you and said, "Oh, I have my whole life. I'm like 12 years old. Why should I bother doing this now? I'll do it when I'm older. Maybe when I retire, when I have more time. Right now I want to do other things." What would you say to that person?
Well, think of it this way. If you have homework, would you if you had the opportunity to do it at school, would you just think about it after school when you're done it? You're not going to have to go through all that boring sitting and all that writing and whatnot. So think of it as a head start for life.
Wow! Keep pushing the mic away from yourself. It feels like I'm done. That's incredible. feel like, okay, fine, I'll start trying to be more spiritual. I'll try this art of Bhakti Yoga. And if I said to you, okay, but I'm so curious, Govinda, what can I expect at the very end of all this? What will happen? What kind of feelings will happen? What's going to happen at the end of all this?
Well, you'll have never-ending happiness, and you'll never have that feeling where you get sick or really bored, because you're like, if you do surrender yourself to Krishna, he's always going to be by your side. You're always going to be playing. You're never going to have a feeling of despair or sadness or even boredom.
Wow! Perfect questions, even more perfect answers. No? How about one more time? You did a fantastic job.